My best friend said she'd never betray me. Then she did. When I was struggling with severe depression and couldn't get out of bed for weeks, Emma promised she'd keep my secret from my family, but then she called my mom behind my back. I'd been having the worst time of my life during my junior year of college. My grades were falling apart, I'd stopped showering regularly, and I was barely eating one meal a day. Emma was the only person I trusted enough to tell how bad things had gotten. She'd bring me food and sit with me when the darkness felt overwhelming. When she suggested I should tell my parents or get professional help, I made her swear she wouldn't say anything. My family had always seen me as the strong, independent one, and I couldn't handle disappointing them. Emma promised she'd respect my wishes and keep everything between us. "I'll never betray your trust," she said, holding my hand. "We'll figure this out together." For 2 more weeks, she watched me get worse. I stopped going to classes entirely and wouldn't answer texts from other friends or family members. One night, I told Emma I'd been having thoughts about not wanting to be alive anymore. She got really quiet and asked me to promise I wouldn't hurt myself. I couldn't make that promise, and that scared both of us. The next morning, my mom called me crying. She said Emma had reached out and told her everything: the depression, the missed classes, the scary thoughts I'd been having. I felt completely betrayed. Emma had broken the one promise I'd asked her to keep. I screamed at her over the phone, telling her she'd ruined everything and I could never trust her again. But my mom drove 6 hours to pick me up that same day. She took me to see a counselor and helped me withdraw from my classes without academic penalty. The therapist I started seeing helped me understand that Emma hadn't betrayed me. She'd saved me. She'd been watching her best friend disappear and made the hardest choice possible. Getting professional help and taking time off school changed everything. Within a few months, I was starting to feel like myself again. Emma visited me during my recovery and apologized for breaking her promise. Through tears, I told her she'd done exactly what a real best friend should do. What I learned later was that Emma had been losing sleep for weeks, researching depression and suicide warning signs online. She'd called 3 different crisis hotlines asking for advice about how to help me without breaking my trust. The counselors all told her the same thing: when someone's life is at risk, loyalty means getting them help, not keeping their secrets. Emma had agonized over the decision for days before finally calling my mom. She'd even written out a script of what to say and practiced it multiple times because she was terrified of saying the wrong thing. Emma knew I might hate her forever, but she decided my life was more important than our friendship. During my recovery, I found the notebook where Emma had been tracking my mood and behavior patterns. She'd documented everything: what I ate, how long I slept, whether I'd showered. She'd been building a case to show my parents how serious things had become. My best friend said she'd never betray me. Then she did. When I was struggling with severe depression and couldn't get out of bed for weeks, Emma promised she'd keep my secret from my family, but then she called my mom behind my back. I'd been having the worst time of my life during my junior year of college. My grades were falling apart, I'd stopped showering regularly, and I was barely eating one meal a day. Emma was the only person I trusted enough to tell how bad things had gotten.